Good day to everybody that's watching this. We're going to do something I don't normally do, um, and that is I'm going to create a little bit of a tutorial. I don't know if there's any out there, but what we're going to do is we're going to walk you step by step on how to take a 3D model from one of many 3D websites and convert it to use in Space Engineers. I'm going to show you the ups and downs of doing so and give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to fix the converted model, because it's going to have errors. It's going to have bad errors. But overall, it usually looks pretty fine. To do this, you're going to need to know how to use a search engine. Excuse me. And then you're going to have to download a utility by Austin Vaness, who is the author of many Space Engineers tools, including the plugin loader. Now, to do this, you're going to primarily need to use STL models. You can use others, but in order to convert to Space Engineers, it has to be an STL. So if you find, I don't know, hell, I don't even know what the rest of them are. But like, if you find a different kind of 3D model that you really like the look of, and it's free because you really don't want to spend any money for this, because you can't make any money from it, so you'll never see your returns. So try to get a free one, and there's plenty of really good looking free ones out there. So here's what we're going to do. I left this up here for a while so that you can type out all this stuff if you need it. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to I've already started a search. I use DuckDuckGo, just because I don't like Bing because it's owned by Microsoft. And Bing slash Microsoft also bought Yahoo, which is the oldest search engine, pretty much. One of the oldest. And I don't use Google because Google tracks every damn thing you do, so I don't use Google. So we're going to go ahead and use this one. Now, some of these sites and I know pretty much by heart, but some of the sites, as like Colts 3D, you have to be a member in order to download anything, and a lot of times that comes with membership fees and all this other crap. So la 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 la. All right, so we're just going to take just whatever. Thingiverse. This is like a 3D website search engine itself. So you'll notice you got like Pinshape, My Mini Factory. Thingiverse is pretty much all free. I mean, there's some paid stuff on there, but not all. Huh. This is interesting. Okay. Yeah, my blocker is having a fit. Stealth Star. Oh, Looks pretty cool though. La la la. Where is the download? Come on, you. Yeah, yeah, it's downloading to an external hard drive, so it's going to have a fit. All right, so there we go. We have that. Now, come here, go here, and we want in files, STL. Very good. Now, we also have images that you may, it's just going to be that image back there. So, next thing we got to do, I'm going to put that there for now. Close that. Close that. Close that. Here's the website for the STL to Blueprint. Hasn't been updated in like forever, but it doesn't really need to. I mean, there are a couple things where Austin should probably try to fix, but it's not that bad. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. We're gonna go here, Space Engineer stuff, and put you here. Then we're gonna take this. We're going to open that. Now, here's the thing. It's a whole lot easier to work if all of your block counts are odd. For instance, this is going to be the width right here. I can already tell. This is going to be the length because it's way longer than it is wide, but it's not very high. Realize that this is, we're talking large grid. So each of these blocks is 2.5 meters. So this right here is 250 meters wide, which may or may not. We're going to go ahead and do it in full size, but I need to get a wider thing. You want an odd number wide so that you can do mirroring, because you're going to really want to do mirroring. So let's take that out and see what it comes to. No? Try that and see what it comes to. Take that out and see what it comes to. Okay, take that out and see what it comes to. Oh wait, 2.05. Nope. 7.99. That'll work. Length and height really don't matter because it's not fully symmetrical. It's not a sphere kind of symmetrical. So all we want is we want our width to be an odd number so that we have a center line. Okay, block count skin, we're going to do, I always do a battered, there we go. Color, give it a color. Let's come right here. Alright, so we want it to be hollow. We want to use slopes. This is going to take a minute. This is on a Ryzen 7. Now, again, that's going to be about 450 meters long. Actually, no, that's going to be a little bit over 500 meters long. This is going to be big. come up and it'll tell you. Okay. So now, let's go into Space Engineers. La 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 la. Just to show you what it looks like fresh. Now, there will be, if you don't use STL, there will be another step in there where you convert it to STL. We're going to do a new game for this. We're going to do Empty World, Customize. We don't need to worry about any of that. Where is asteroid amount? We don't want any. None. Don't want sun rotation. Well, yeah, we do for the moment. There's your key right there. NPC, I don't care any about that. No block limits, because it'll break. Definitely not worried too much about any of this. Gotta turn these off. There's also, wait a minute, there is, that one. That's the one. Not really worried about that. There's also a couple of mods that I do. Build info, build vision. That one. That way, this one right here is you won't get that stupid unknown signal way out there. This is the one you will need to convert to SE2, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And then we're going to just go in and load this up and see what it looks like. And I'll show you one of the annoying issues that I have with STL, the blueprint. It rarely gets inside 45-degree corners correct, at all. So, alright, so now we want F10. Copy the clipboard. This is a big one. It's probably one of the biggest. I usually try to trim it down so they're not 500 freaking meters long. So this is going to be huge. Alright, so you see all the extra spurs that are coming off this side over here. That is from the 3D itself. That is not necessarily an issue with STL. But if you look right here, every single 45-degree inside corner is a cube. And this is why you're going to want the center line so you can properly deal with this. It also, and this is one of the common things with using an STL. You get these little traps hanging here, and you kind of have to use a little common sense to get rid of them. The same thing with this over here. One of the easier ways to get rid of this is simply to fix this, and it will replace these blocks over here, down there, and then fix this, and it should replace the other side. But yeah, but that's what it looks like. And you go through and you'll fix everything. You'll get a center line here. It should be. Now, some little bitch, if it's not supposed to be an odd number wide. See, that's another. Alright, so here I'm going to take, I'm going to call this the center. There we go. Let's see how bad this actually ends up being here. Yeah, so yeah, we're missing at least one of those. So we're missing a couple of those over here. It'll get fixed. But that's what you know. See, down here it did them. But it doesn't always do that. I've had to dig in. See, I've had to dig in to fix sometimes. But the majority of it is the top, the upper layer. Now, errors like this, use your own judgment on. I'm going to go ahead and chop them. See, I just use it through here and chop off. Everywhere before you do this. Control delete. Then you don't have that, you just have this little thing. Anyway, so that is how that's done. And you can see where there's still a lot of work to do. So it's not like you have a completely free conversion and not have to do anything. You can go in and use it. You'll also want to take note that, see if I can find a way in here. See, a lot of this is just crap. It's like if you've ever built a plastic model, sometimes you get the model pieces that have a little extra thin layer of plastic that's like not supposed to be there. That's what this is. You just have to judge for yourself what is and isn't. halfway there. And after you do a few of these, you get to understanding. But I'm trying to see if there's a way to get in. The, see, a lot of this on the inside, this got to go too, like this, because it's the way the models, the person that made the design, it's basically how they went about doing it by using boxes and cubes and triangles and all that to create this shape. And sometimes these shapes that they make to create the grander shape, they overlap. And where they overlap, that's where you get those boxes inside, the whole good stuff inside. So what I do is I go through and I fix the outer hull all the way, and then I use the paint gun to paint just the outer hull. Don't do this. Control Shift and click and paint the whole thing. Don't do that. You want to paint just the outer hull. So when you go inside, you can gut the stuff inside that's not supposed to be there. It's not. Although this is a good way to find all that stuff, most of it anyway. But do not, God dog, do not do, and I'm gonna save this real quick right now. Don't take this and do a control delete. A lot of times it'll delete your entire ship. Especially when you come across something like, that actually painted that. We'll just do a couple just to show you until it happens. Because normally I'll do that and because until the structure is moved, a lot of this stuff is still fake attached. Where SE thinks it's attached. So I would physically just go and right click delete this stuff, because you're going to be halfway through, things going to be looking really, really good, and you're going to go and do a control delete on one of these blocks, and the whole damn thing is going to disappear, and you're going to be really pissed. So don't do that. But yeah. Let's get that color changed. I use that orange sometimes when I paint the hull, because it's an easy color to recognize when you're inside. But I hate looking at it for very long. Okay, so there you have it. And you have how to clean up, and then you paint the exterior. Then you go inside and you gut the interior and redesign it how you want it. It's a big ship. And it's not as big as a couple of them I've done. I did the EVE Online bowhead that is currently on the SE2 workshop. That's big. It's quite empty because I didn't do anything on the inside, because there's not really anything to do anything with. But it's huge, and it'd make a great long-term base for like a VOD or a LARP. Space Engineering LARP would be great. Kind of like, I hate to drop names or mention names, but Wasted Spaces, LARP, or what the heck, I can't even think. Man, I can't even think of the name. I watched the entire series and I can't think of the name. Good Jesus Christ. Vanguard. Every time I thought it came to the letter V, I would say Voyager. I'm like, no, that's not Wasted Space. Anyway, cheers to Wasted Man if he watches this. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of work, but you put on some good music in your headphones and you just zone in, and you're good. You got this. All right, thanks for watching.